with y'all little podcast?
Oh, we got this one more thing y'all want to react to.
Let's do it, bro.
Dad slaps his son on Facebook.
Oh man.
Let's see. Where is it? There we go.
Now, come here.
He started
Come
off
here.
with the slap like Dean.
Man, quit playing with me. Come help him. These type of kids gonna get you fucked up. That's what I'm saying. These your friends though. Your friend gonna get your ass beat. If you ever in your fucking life listen to one of them and raise your hand at me, bitch, I will bury you. And bury they dust their asses too. Don't fucking play with me, David. This type of shit I'm talking about. These little boys, these little girls gonna get the shit beat out you, boy. Play with me if you want to. You better choose your motherfucking friends wisely. Cause right now, you bullshit, nigga. Better tell them your dad is not the nigga to play with. I will bury them fucking bitches. I don't care about killing no fucking kids. You better tell them. Before they kill you or before they hurt you, I'll do it. See them folks quit motherfucking playing. This shit ain't no motherfucking joke. Fuck wrong with y'all kids. Don't get mad because y'all dust ass parents don't love y'all like I love mine. Now what? Y'all know where he at. Pull up.
Dad slaps his son for flexing his guns on Facebook. How do you guys feel about this? Good role model.
You cannot say that you will kill me as your child and my dusty ass friends. You can't say that and then in the second sentence say you love me. That doesn't make sense. And then also I might be fucked
Tough
up for
love.
life because now I'm connecting those two things differently. Now I think the only people that do love me are the ones that are willing to take me off the planet.
So
That's how women get fucked up. That's how women get fucked up.
go ahead.
that, oh,
Hood.
he loves me
Go
'cause
ahead-
he
go
beats
ahead.
me.
No, go ahead, Hood.
Nah, I mean, I don't necessarily.
Let's be real. This young man was flexing guns on
Right.
the internet.
Very not okay.
Yeah, that's terrible. I grew up different,
We all did.
so
Mm-hmm.
I
Clearly,
look at it like
no parent has ever told Lydia that they would kill them.
right.
Well,
So it's
they
like
said
it's
it in the
like
metaphor. I brought you in this world. I'll take you out, but
Literally
not
the
like you're
same
gonna
thing.
kill me
Yeah, I
and
don't
my
see,
dusty
like, I
ass
look
friends. And
but I look
before they
past
do
all of that,
something,
though.
you gonna do it instead. What the fuck is that?
But I'm saying I look past all of that though. Like it's just
Okay, continue.
love. It's a tough love. Like I get it. It was key points that he came in there with. You know what I mean? As far as like, nah, nigga, for one of them kill you, nigga. You know what I mean? I do it. I don't know. I take stuff like that different. So I don't really see too much wrong with it. Yeah, he probably could have used his words a little differently, and you're using it on the platform. You know, people could probably take that the wrong way, whatever. But I just know I grew up a certain way. So, and it was a lot of, you know what I mean, aggression and shit like that.
Chris, you want to go or you want me to go?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. There's a lot that can be said about
Yes,
this.
we're going, but we need to unpack this one.
Yeah.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
And don't let it sound like I don't hear what he's saying. I do hear what he's saying. He's saying you should fear me before you fear what they think about you. Like that's the message. Or before you get up here and you feel so pressed to flex on Facebook with guns because you want them to think about you a certain way, you should fear me. I hear that. That makes sense.
No, I think you're missing the point too.
Am I?
Yeah. These kids don't have no, and I got a lot to say about this because I actually, I got a lot to say about this.
Come on in.
What Chris said the other day, when you don't have a dad in the house and some shit's on TV, you be like, nobody to say that's some bullshit. This is him pulling up and saying, yo, that's some bullshit. And before you get out here and embarrass yourself or embarrass me, I will embarrass you. Online, you up here showing guns for kids to see. Now, I do feel you on the, maybe, I don't think I'm not past killing no motherfucking kids. I don't think he should have said that part. Right? But even your parents back in the day, and I'm
Said
more
that
in line
shit,
with Hood,
for sure.
said some stuff like that.
For sure.
These kids nowadays don't have nobody stopping them from this being online with your gun, doing boom, 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 that's ignorant as hell.
Yeah.
For anybody.
How old is this young man?
You said he was 16, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This is, and you ain't a dad, you ain't a son.
Right.
Every son and his dad, you gonna have that moment
For sure.
where, yo, meet me out in the front yard.
For sure.
You might be right.
No, I'm not might. I
okay,
am right.
you're
Stop
right.
putting might in front of my right.
Sure.
I've been coaching for 12 years. just a couple weekends ago, I had one of the kids that I coach. He's 15 now. He's going to jail. He killed somebody. No dad. Mom don't care about him. He was with me and Willie on Christmas. That's how much his parents ain't give a fuck. So somebody being in your life to pull up on it, yeah, you might be embarrassed right now. They might be mocking him online. Of course they're going to mock a black dad pulling up on some shit online.
Right.
But sometimes it might not have been the best way to do it, right? He ain't got no PR people behind him. But somebody needs to say that shit ain't cool, bro.
Yeah.
And there's no light way to do it if you ask me sometimes.
Right.
Because it's not going to hit.
You almost kind of gotta. I mean, not. I don't know. This without saying it crazy, but you almost kind of gotta match the ignorance. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, pulling the guns out. That's ignorance. So you gotta match. Like, nah, nigga, we gonna take this serious. You know what I mean?
And what he
Without-
said at the end, like, these kids' parents
Right,
might not
right.
care about them. I care about mine. Sometimes
right.
I don't
gotta
know.
kinda-
My mom used to punch us in our chest in front of whoever was outside. It didn't matter who was out there.
Right.
I think I got punched by your mom before.
So, Chris, go ahead before I could ramble on forever.
This I don't know. I'm more so want to just let the junk come as the conversation come as it's supposed to. But the one thing that's sticking with me from listening to this is we as black people leave our love up for interpretation. And I understand our parents talk to us like that. I never, well, no, you know what? My dad was the most attentive for a good amount of years in my life when he was whooping my ass. And I think that you have to balance that aggression out. I understand you got to respond, especially for boys. You have to teach with aggression sometimes. But I think sometimes we just leave it at that. And that's when we're the most attentive. I think by the time you get to your son posting with guns on social
You missed some
media,
stuff.
you've
Yeah.
already dropped the ball somewhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's some corny shit.
Hold on. I'm going to push back on that a little bit
Okay.
just because we didn't grow up with the phones and all that. Because
Right.
I feel like if maybe I had a phone, because back then, 16, I definitely had a good. I might have, you know, well, not even abuse, but I'm saying we didn't even have the opportunity to be
even
doing
get-
that type of ignorant stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's my only pushback. Continue my phone.
But to what you said, because that's a good point. Who knows what would be on the internet if we had recordings back then?
Yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff probably would be on the internet. But I think it sucks for us. But now we have to be tighter as parents because of the accessibility that they have.
Yeah.
We can't go ahead.
So what do y'all think? I want your genuine thoughts on this whole gentle parenting movement thing.
I'm torn, and
Because I, even just earlier, I was trying to talk to my child so gingerly, right? I said things like, you haven't done what I've asked you to do, so why should I respect any of your requests? Right? He's only 7, but I'm trying to speak to him in a way that is gentle, but you get what I'm saying. And it took a lot of tries, y'all. Eventually, he, you know, of course he's gonna do it because I'm saying it 50,000 times, but that gentle parenting stuff right there, that
I
takes
think
a lot of patience.
we talk about balance a lot. I have a daughter, so I'm trying to figure out a way to balance it now. Because I don't want to get to 7 and I'm not telling her to do nothing 50,000 times. That sounds insane. I get upset at 3 times now.
Right, but I'm saying if you're taking the stand, taking the
You're
stance of
good.
these gentle parents, they're equipped to
I
say
think
it
that's
50,000 times. And
everything is always such a big overcorrection and an exaggeration.
Yeah.
When our parents, they were super hard, so now we're super soft. And it's like, if I had a son, I'd have been popped him. If he was doing some of the stuff Sienna's doing. Sienna is a tyrant sometimes. Go ahead, bro.
I think Kadeem hit the nail on the head. I think the overcorrection is glaring because I think it's the balanced parenting. I think that's what is needed, and I think that's why you need both parents in the house because, like I said before, it's natural. The balance is natural now. Now you have dad that needs to come in with some aggression, like that father. I'll say outside of his lack of tact with saying he was gonna murder people on camera, which as a black man, you know, like they're gonna
can't be doing that.
If something happens with them, they're going right to that video.
Yep.
Think about that. And just with his lack of elaboration and just speaking through his feelings for his son, you can be aggressive, but you can also get a lot of what I'm feeling in this moment, not just I'm gonna kill you and I care about you and connecting those two.
Yeah.
You can be like, I'll be, you know what I'm saying? You can be a little more, you can flesh that out a little bit more. But
And you could tell he wasn't the most, I don't want to say uneducated, but his words, he didn't have a lot extra to say past, I love you and I'll do this to you.
and you know, he could,
It's a good dude.
we'll give him some grace, because he might have, when you mad like that,
Yeah.
it's not the smartest. That's not a good mix. Emotional high with camera is never a good mix.
Yeah.
Period.
And
Unless
you don't
you're
give a fuck
podcasting.
about how you say something or
Right.
the grammar behind it or whatever. You don't,
Yeah, it'll get you some clicks. He gonna get some clicks, and he
He
gonna get
definitely
some
got some
opinions, and he might get somebody knocking at his door because of the
Oh, yeah,
society
no,
we live in.
CPS
As black,
might be on the way.
as black men, we got to be more aware. I'm not saying that you can't be aggressive with your son, but make sure you can continue to be aggressive with him, because they might take your ass up out of here.
Yeah.
And now he left with his guns and his camera again.
Yeah, I can imagine, because I don't have kids, but I can imagine each one of y'all kids probably bring out a different side of anger when y'all are, you know what I mean, going through what y'all going through. So that's okay.
And to Chris's point, balance, like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Sometimes I'm like, Sienna, sit down. And she just look at me and laugh because she always think we playing. And then Caitlin will say it, and she just sit her little ass down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because she does get to be a little bit more stern with her. We still trying to figure out what balanced, because I don't want to be a gentle parent. I don't think there's
yeah.
super value in that. I think your kids will run all over you if you let them.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
striving for medium parent, but I feel like in my personal experience, I don't know how to do them at the same time, if that makes sense. I feel like one day I'm don't play with me, and then the next day I'm like, Dean, what are we feeling?
Well, that's not
Da,
balanced.
da, da,
at
da.
all.
I know. That's not, I'm trying to find the balance, but I'm saying it is an active pursuit to find this balance.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be the gentle parent because I don't have the patience or the time, and I just don't think that's going to end up with the desired result with me raising this small black man.
I don't think fear should be the goal. I think it should be respect.
Respect.
Because I think fear is just gonna make him do it now, but now he's just gonna be a little more tactful with what he does online.
So you
He's
don't
gonna-
think there's a little bit of
I feel like
healthy
healthy
fear
fear.
in respect?
Like I said earlier,
is a
how
fe- it's
women
not-
talk to their man.
There's a fear of the consequences. I don't think there's necessarily a fear of the person.
Okay,
Like-
I'll roll with you on that.
Okay.
There's more so a fear of like, oh, I respect this person and I don't want to let them down.
Because when your mom used to cut her eyes at you, there was a fear there. They struck you.
Yeah, you was scared about her smacking you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's, I think you should look for respect. And I think with respect comes, well, you get respect by leading by example and being a man of your word. And I'm not saying nothing about this father. All I'm saying
'cause
is,
we don't know him.
Because I don't know him. But all I'm saying is some of the parents, they want their kids to do the opposite of what they're doing. So the father could be online doing some ignorant stuff. And then when the son goes and duplicates or maybe does something that's in line with maybe toting guns, maybe the dad's just posting money online and stuff like that. That's in that same world
Right there.
to me.
Yep. Yeah.
So he might just post guns and all that stuff. And you don't understand that you're leading your son down that path. I think just leading by example, establishing a friendship where you're just not coming to tell your kid what not to do or coming down on them about certain stuff, showing them what to do by doing it is the best way to establish that respect to me.
So, and you kind of said something about it a couple of minutes ago. You said that between a father and son, there's going to be a day where y'all going to put the gloves on and go outside,
For sure.
right?
Almost always.
Yeah, I got one.
But okay, and I'm accepting that as, the given in the situation. But I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little bit of that motherly softness. Because I'm like, you smacked the dog shit
That wasn't
out of your
even the
son,
best
bro.
slap. No, that
On
was-
camera, like
that
there's a
wasn't even the
humility. There's a humility to factor in, like that's got millions of views,
Okay.
you guys.
But
And
Okay.
then right. And so does probably whatever he was doing.
You know
with
what's
the
even
guns.
funnier though? The kid probably feels like, oh man, we viral. He probably don't even care that he got smacked online because of what you just said about it's got millions of views. He's probably that dopamine hit of feeling like people liked your video.
God, don't.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he was gonna jump on the dad. I thought he was gonna jump on him. But
I didn't get
No,
that at all, 'cause he looked like a
that's
puppy.
no.
He looked
That's
like a
when you
puppy.
know
His
there
eyes
is
was water.
no. That's when you know there is some respect there.
Yeah.
When me and my dad went to the front yard and he was like, "No, swing back." I ain't swing back because I have respect for him.
Yeah.
Now back in the now, when I think about it, I probably could have washed you, but I didn't.
not pointing at the camera.
No, because I think about it all the time. Because I probably, if I'd have fought back, we'd have been out there squabbling, but I didn't. Yeah, it's like, come on, man, I ain't gonna fight you. But he definitely pieced me up.
But a lot of people, even that whole situation is beautiful because when you square up with somebody, you're establishing them as your peer. And I think that's what.
What I was getting at.
Oh, Chris was about to hit on a great point.
I feel like whenever the internet gonna say what they want. If I spank my son, I feel like I'm spanking him so that by the time he's 16, I don't have to. I don't want to have to hit you
You're
when
not
you
a
are
man.
that old.
Like, go back to what you was about to say, Chris. Because that's at that point, your dad sees you as a man too.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
Because the world, if he's 16, they see you as a man too. So by the time
Right,
I
you'll be
end up in the
charged as an
front
adult.
yard with you, now, like he said, I see you as a peer. It's man to man now.
Right.
Okay.
You're out here being grown. Let's be grown then. This is what
Right.
grown men do.
Ain't no belts. Ain't
Yeah,
no, ain't
nah,
none of that.
put your hands up.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that, like he said, I see you as my peer. We're equals now. Not equals as far as like in this family structure, but when you walk outside, you a man just like I am.
He was
Right.
on the internet acting like a grown man.
Right.
Well, in the world, the way the world sees him,
And
6-year-old black kid get charged as an adult nowadays half the time.
right. And a lot of the times, our boys don't realize that. They just
think they're boys.
oh, I'm a man. I can just go fuck. I can go flash money. This is what grown people do. And I gotta circle back to like, yo, maybe you led him wrong, because if you did, he would see that being grown is much more than that.
Grown people have grown consequences.
But that is fact.
No, I
When
think
you're-
Chris hit the nail on the head at the beginning. He probably would like, now you're looking to intervene, whereas you should have been saying this is bullshit when your kid saw it online, when he seen NBA YoungBoy or whoever that he idolizes doing all those same things. I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna say maybe the dad doesn't do any of those things, Chris, but nowadays with the way that the internet is,
Yeah.
that's where these kids are getting raised from.
And I
And
was
if
about
you
to
don't
say that.
interject, go ahead, bro. My fault.
I was basically saying what you saying. You was carrying it. I think even with us, which is scary, I think I don't want to be a pessimist on this jump, but it's like even with us being there, being attentive with our kids, yo, we got to deal with the school, the internet, the TV, the music.
hard.
Like the odds are against us, bro. These dudes, I'm not saying every man can't be Kadeem riding in a Porsche, right? So if I'm riding in a Honda Civic or a Honda Accord and the dude is flashing the money and the guns, right? No, but no disrespect. But if I'm doing that and my son is looking at this dude rolling up in a Maybach and he flashing money and guns,
And we don't live like that.
right? Like it's almost like the woman conversation. It's
He won't respect you
hard.
as
It's
much.
hard to get them to pick the hard road, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like they want that fast lane and they don't know what that fast lane to get them. So even with that, I get what the dad was saying, because he's like, yo, if you want that action, I can give it to you right here in your house. I would rather run with that narrative. If you want to live that thug life, we can go shoot it out right now. I'll give it to you right here.
A fair one,
Since
too.
if that's what you want. But
Which is more than you get in the real
and I think with dads responding like that, in which I don't like that he recorded it. And even in that argument, you recorded it because he recorded it. So we're gonna go ahead and publicly embarrass you, since you want to go ahead and embarrass yourself anyway.
You're embarrassing me
But-
too by doing that stuff. You're my
Right.
father.
And I think, let me just bring this smoke to you now so you realize you ain't really about it. You're not about it. A lot of these boys, they ain't been in no altercations like that.
Right.
They ain't
And the
never-
first time
Also, why
they do,
they're
someone
so-
is shooting, and that's why.
Well,
they're
yeah, that's
running.
what literally.
And then
Yeah.
they don't
They're so quick
learn
to jump to
until
that.
it's too late. They don't get a
Yeah.
trial. This ain't a trial thing. This ain't a, yo, I get popped one time and I get to come back and do it different. That ain't it.
You're lucky, yeah.
And that's
Which
what
is-
I was saying about that young man. I mean, and this kid had, as far as football talent, tremendously. Might have been one of the more special kids I've coached. But the family structure, and I've seen it both sides. I've seen the kid who both parents are there, everybody's around them, they got a great support system. And I've seen the kids where, I mean, I used to pick this kid up and he'd have holes in his socks. You know, I gave him my iPhone. He didn't have nothing. So the streets become home.
Yeah.
The streets raise you. The internet raise you. And then, like Lydia was just saying, when the fight breaks out, we grew up. Yeah, some people had guns, but it wasn't the first
Yeah,
thing that
you
you
would-
went to.
You would get.
Man.
the
You would either,
hand.
yeah, somebody would win or somebody would lose, and that would be it.
If that was the case, I probably wouldn't be here, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And now everything leads to shooting. So maybe the dad knows when you're grown, you know that. So it's like you got to pull up on that gun stuff quick. Like, yo, I remember my mom found a gun in the crib and she was like, "What the hell is going on?" Snapped.
Yeah, she should.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just feel like as a parent nowadays, you kind of have to, like, you can't catch everything. We already said there's so many fronts you have to be watching and present upon. You can't catch everything, but there are certain things like, I feel like I would rather let my son watch Nelly's Eagle video over and over again with the hoes and they got their asses out than watch some of them videos with the little niggas standing on top of cars with all these guns and all this money. Like, I would rather take that L than that L. We don't do music videos.
I think.
And if I don't even talk to guys like that. Like, if I see your gun on the internet, I don't want to speak to you.
Yeah.
Period.
That's smart too.
At all.
Because you got some foresight. There's a foresight. But even, it's crazy, yo. I think it's scary because there's so many things you have to intercept and so many things that are intercepting us as parents. And it circles back to the both parents being working and the independent thing and all that. All of it is connected. Because when we take both parents out the house, now the kid is left with the TV, the music, all the stuff that they want our kids to be attached to. And you know what's crazy? They start to speak on it when they kids start to really delve into this lifestyle. But it's easier for us because we're actually in it. A lot of our kids are actually impoverished and they're actually in these places where these music videos are being played. Yeah. So the kids in the suburbs get to play all they want. They can actually play and go home. We can't play. Yeah. We can play if we want, but they know where we live because we right there in it.
Well, it's not a game for us. It's real life.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We don't have, and that's why I hate that we don't have these luxuries that other races have. We do not at all. We don't have those luxuries. But circling back to my point, we have to establish friendships with our kids, yo. I know that sounds weird, but I think that's the best thing because that'll make them more comfortable with coming to us and talking to us about certain things. I think that respect.
I think that's where they get the gentle parenting thing from. But at the same time, a good friend will also tell you when you fucking up.
Yeah, you respect your friend.
No, but I ain't rolling with y'all on that. I don't think most people want to hear the truth from their friends.
That ain't. But to me, I don't see that.
That's why I said a good friend.
I don't. But just like.
Because I guarantee you, Willie has told you about yourself.
Me and Willie are not the same.
It doesn't matter.
What I'm saying is, me as a person, I can take that. Most people don't want to hear the truth.
Sure. Have you told Willie about himself?
Yes.
Y'all are good friends. That's what I'm saying.
We're good people. That goes down to who I am in here. You could tell me something just because you're not my friend. I mean,
be a good friend, I think you have to be a good person. I think that.
No, I'm saying most people don't want to hear the truth.
Right.
Most people don't want to hear, oh, you effing up right now.
Right.
They don't want to hear that. They only want to hear good stuff about themselves.
Of course.
And I think the friend thing, it's weird because I'm like, I want Sienna to be able to talk to me about everything. But I want her to respect me on a level that's like, if my dad said this is some BS, it's some BS, and no matter what nobody else tells me, friend, forward, indifferent. And I feel like there's equity in, like, I'm going to have to build that level of trust up with her over time that shows, like, one day she's going to be watching something on TV, and like Chris said, I'm going to be like, yo, that's fake, that's BS. And it's going to take her seeing that it was fake in real life to respect me enough to be like, oh, my dad told me that was fake, and it ended up being fake for real.
It's the credibility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But where do you get that credibility? And to y'all friend point, I get it. But I'm telling you, when you see a whole group of girls, most of them ain't really friends. And even their best friend, they probably not really friends.
That's when we're in different worlds. But I agree with what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be their friend, and you gotta also have the credibility, which leads to, like, don't just stop living your life because you have kids, yo. Don't just stop doing that. Don't stay at that dead-end job. These kids are looking up to people where they want to be. Be where your kid wants to be. Don't give up on your dreams, yo. Don't give up, because they're not going. And it sucks because that is the case. Because you can't be at a certain level, and it's so. I
don't know if I agree.
That's what I was about to say.
That's part of the reason why I coach. People think I coach just because we win a lot. No, I mean, obviously that's a byproduct of being a good coach. But I see the influence I've had on these young men's lives. And I always tell them, like, yo, you don't have to rap. You don't have to dribble. You don't have to be in the NFL to live a great life, bro. To be a good functioning member of society, to be a good man, to be a good father, to be a good person, to give back to the community. You don't have to be a gazillionaire. Most of the time, they think I'm a millionaire anyway. They think I'm like super way up. I'm like, bro, I ain't got $1 billion. Like, coach, you rich. I was like, I'm doing all right. But we talk about real life stuff. That influence can come from anywhere, bro. It don't got to just be a celebrity. I think the problem is most people don't want to get out into the community to be that. To be that change, to be that person that the kid is going to look up to other than the NBA young boys or all this
It
BS on
requires
TV.
work. It requires
Well, you know,
you to
and-
do things that are outside of your comfort zone sometimes. It requires you to do things that are inconvenient sometimes. You got to pick an extra
requires you
kid
to
up.
do something
or
that ain't got
da-da-da.
nothing to thank you.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with you, and most of y'all are selfish.
Right.
All these people out here talk about all the things we should be doing to change stuff, and none of them are actually doing anything. And I don't have a son, so for me to be coaching for 12 years, no son ever, no kid on the team other than Little Willie, I think little dudes is I'm posting their grades. We ask them every Thursday, so give me some good news. What y'all doing in school? What's them grades like? Let's compete in the classroom for all the people that don't think you need to compete. We talk about competing in the classroom, being a good person. Make sure you thank your parents for bringing you here. They got to go out their way to do X, Y, and Z. That's how you help mold respectable young men, not just letting the TV and the goddamn phone and the internet be the only thing that influences them. They see coach pull up in the Porsche. They see other coach got a Tesla, Plaid, and a BMW. You don't got to be a billionaire to have this stuff. These are black dudes that also give their time to come here. Boom. Then I get NFL players to come. We get these guys from OU come, kids in high school that I coach that are going to McDonald's All-American games and all this different stuff, Army All-American games, going to college, great colleges, Duke, Clemson, full rides, straight A's. That don't happen on accident. That's the community part that people miss. People only talk about what your mom and your dad do. It's other people in your community can help influence. I got a call last Friday. Bro got announced that he's going to the Army game. Mom called me like, yo, you're a big part of this. You know, wanted to let you know when the game is going to be. It's senior night tonight. You know, I had a dad message me, so-and-so, he really looks up to you, man. Just stay in touch with him now that he's in high school, starting as a freshman. Shout out to X, my boy. That's big to me. But people don't see that part. They're like, oh, no, man, you got to do other stuff in your community too. You can't be out here saying you want to help affect the people in your community without being in the community just by talking about it.
You got to live that life. And I think the big thing that Kadeem said, because I think we were saying the same thing. You have to maximize your lifestyle. You have to really be about what you're talking about. You just can't come in your kid's room and tell them to do this. They have to actually see, oh, my dad does this, that, and the third. I can't have a pot belly telling my son to
eat
get right.
vegetables.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah,
Tell them about how you used to be when you was in your 20s.
right. They don't
Yeah.
want to
Get it
hear
together.
that. They don't want to hear that.
Yep.
And honestly, the best thing that father could probably do, take those guns, go down to the range, connect with them in that way. That's probably the best thing you can do. Lean into it.
And actually, and I'm glad you said that, because I think a lot of these young kids, they might go out and shoot the gun a little bit, but they're not trained with them. And I think
they
once
got
you,
no aim. They're
I'm
gonna
not even
hit a
talking about aim.
bystander.
I think once you start going to the range, you get a little bit more respect for what a gun really can do. Right? You know what I'm saying? They outside playing, boom, 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 and then somebody's gone.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
And even when you like, if you see these videos on the internet, when they shoot, you can actually almost see the surprise about how much like energy there was behind it sometimes. You can see that they didn't expect all that.
Liddy, the one thing is, when these dudes are shooting in the footage we see, they getting ready to run, or they focus.
Oh, yeah, they're
they
shooting
worried
and
about. They
running,
worried. They
or-
shooting like this to the side, and they trying to shoot so they can run, and they trying to like. It's
Right.
very annoying because I told these two because they carry and I want to open carry more, but it's that misunderstanding of the whole situation. It's not
like
just
they
the
don't even
gun.
think sometimes
they
they're
never
really gonna
been in
kill
a
anybody.
situation, bro.
Like they think, oh, I'll just shoot this way and they're gonna run, and then they'll be scared of me tomorrow.
They don't know how to deal with the whole entire real life situation. Even being at the gun range doesn't give you a full shootout experience.
Yeah, but even if you took your son to the gun range, if he, more
no,
than once, but I'm saying once he realized he has some aim, then I think he'd have the respect that you were talking about. Like, oh, if I shoot at this man, I'm gonna get him because I've been training.
No, that's
so I
really
better
true.
be ready for that.
That's
Yeah,
real.
but it's different, man. Because
Even
even go
if-
to the range, there's nothing shooting you back either.
Right.
It's a different scenario.
Right.
Valid, but I'm still saying.
I just told
think,
y'all my
like
heart
you
was
said,
racing. I walked
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah.
You gonna take a
Right, 'cause
life,
you're
bro.
trained. You know you're about to kill
Like,
somebody.
it's a serious thing.
And that too, because I'm like, that's exactly what I told them. And like, I was like, yo, if I pull this gun out,
I
and
have
I
to
aim
murk
it,
you, yes.
and I
I'm
aim it
gonna
at
get you.
somebody, I am going to shoot them.
Yes.
And I think that's also the problem with us too, because a lot of these kids carry the guns, because a lot of these other kids carrying the guns.
I ain't gonna.
It's-
I was literally about to say, you talking about us open carrying? It's because of these
Right.
little dudes
It's
is
'cause
crazy.
They
Right,
are,
right.
yeah.
Crimes at an all-time high rate. Norfolk is silly outside.
It ain't pump. You can't pump
Wasn't
fake
it
in
like
this.
number 8?
It's up there.
I remember back in the
number
day,
8?
you used to be able to pump fake a little bit, just pull your gun out.
No.
Then we are not in that society no more. That is not the climate no more.
It just.
You get clapped.
It just like I said, I wasn't fearful for like, oh, if somebody's up here, what am I gonna do? I knew what I had to do if somebody was up there.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
foresight.
Like I said,
He's
your life is
thinking,
gonna change.
he's
Like,
thinking,
there's
yo, if
gonna
I
be
kill somebody,
cops and
how is that gonna
this
affect
and
him?
that.
So
But-
it's serious, and I think nobody's teaching like. That's the part where we making jokes in the group chat about Chris listening to water sounds, but I get why you want to detach yourself from some of that music. I can separate it. I'm a grown ass 35-year-old man. These kids think that is real life.
I think it's deeper than rap, bro. I think it goes to faith. I think it goes to
Might be,
outlook.
though,
I think it
wherever
goes
they're
to a lot of these visuals kids are saying. I think a lot of these kids do not know the value of their soul and their time. They don't have anything to look up to.
No, they
and I wanted to. I'll say it here, but I think that just that statistic of black men not living to see 25 and all that stuff, we got to stop saying that, because I think a lot of the times when kids go out and they hitting that 21, 23, they thinking in their mind,
almost
this
over.
is the cap.
Yeah.
So they're not even thinking about, oh, I don't have anything to live for because my life expectancy is so low. So they do all these extreme things because
And they probably haven't achieved much in that time.
Right.
I don't think that's just a kid thing though,
It's
because
a
black
mental-
people in general, even the girls that we're around, right? I'd be like, I'm 35. I don't know. I know I don't look 35, depending on how my facial hair looks. But 35, some of these girls be like, oh, you old. And I'm like, Future's 39. What are you talking about? The people that shape everything you believe are my age,
Right.
but they think we're old. But you don't ever hear white people talking about other white people like, oh, he 35. That's not, 30 is when life got the best for me, bro.
Right.
30 is when life, like, yo, it's so exciting once you hit 30, bro. And you had everything mapped out and planned out. You don't had no kids yet. Man, I was out here living.
If you handle yourself correctly.
You know what I'm saying? It's a great way to be. Thinking that you're going to be done at 25 sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, 20 should be when you're building, making your mistakes, but we making the drastic mistakes, yo.
We make
we
life-altering
playing with our
mistakes.
lives. We're not playing with our money or stuff like that. We playing with our our freedom and our lives, and it's costing heavy, and it's not a joke. Which is why I understand the severity of the father. A lot of us don't know what to do, bro. This is new territory, yo.
I was gonna say, like, you talked about 20s when you're supposed to be making your mistakes, but at 20 you don't know what are the life altering mistakes, versus which ones are just the darn.
But a
you know
gun-
what I'm saying? Drinking too much on a Saturday night could be life altering, but that's so commonplace.
Drinking can kill you too.
Drinking
That's
can
so
kill
get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you
they
know when
might
you're
know if I
drinking and
go
drive-
waving guns around. Of course, that could be life altering.
But that should
they
be-
might know that,
but there's
but
a-
they don't think about drinking too much on Saturday night.
Like Willie says, there's a gap in
They don't
knowledge.
think
There's a
about
gap in knowledge there.
Having sex with 27 guys this month.
But Lydia,
I know.
There's a
It's wild,
gap.
but you
There's
get
a
what I'm
gap
saying.
in awareness, because the gun, that should be self-explanatory. We know guns. We know guns kill people. So why is it that these boys don't care about that?
Even
I think
still, I
that's
saw a post earlier today about
NRA
a
would
girl
say
who
people
lost
with
her
guns kill
virginity at 18 to a boyfriend she'd had for a long time, but he had been cheating on her. She got HIV and herpes.
Damn.
well, that's
First time. Like, you don't realize what mistakes
look.
are just oops and which ones are life
first
altering,
time she
because
let him
in
hit
adult
without a
life,
condom?
most things are life altering.
They had unprotected sex on her first run?
Guess so. I meant to send you.
Yeah,
those, 'cause that was bonkers to me.
I personally feel like there's a
Yeah.
deeper issue with just the mentalities, yo. I think the mentality that we're in a space where these kids are so numb to stuff, and they don't really care. They think life is a video game, yo.
They do.
And there's something
you
to
don't
be
get
said
to
about
respawn though.
there's something to be said about how faith is dying. There's little faith in a lot of these children and a lot of our communities nowadays. I'm not saying everybody need to be in the church and on the altar and all
I
that.
don't
I'm
think
not
you say
saying
faith,
that.
you mean church.
I think faith has to do with you looking at something higher. You actually be having an abundance mindset, and actually faith teaches you that if you believe, you can achieve. And a lot of these kids they don't care. They do not care, yo.
Yeah.
Because
They
a
have
lot
a
of them
mindset
will
that
kill you.
sounds corny.
A lot of these kids will kill you and go brag about it. Why is that?
Because it's in the music.
Because they think it's cool.
It's in the bro. It's not even cool. It's in the music.
Right.
And the same people Kanye was talking about, they monetize that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm running trying to be the case. Okay.
Yeah, I was literally listening to UST yesterday. This nigga was
It
like,
said, yeah, it was a
bodies
hit.
give you traction. I was
was-
like, damn, this nigga is real. I mean, you know. he's
No,
really
but
like-
You be surprised.
y'all gonna make me stop listening to rap with Chris.
Because grown men bragging about how they're, they got to go to court to beat something.
Bruh,
Like,
let me.
grown men, like y'all
But
grown
be-
men.
It's a trauma response show.
Yes.
Why did R. Kelly do the things he did? Because he got touched in a certain way. He got violated as a kid. I think a lot of the time when we go through trauma, we try to overcompensate and take that power back. A lot of these
I don't know if
kids,
I'm gonna relate those two.
I'm going. That's just my perspective.
because there's in this microwave society, bro. Everybody wants to get to the bag as quickly as possible with as least work as possible, and it looks like online that if I can rap a little bit and I tote these guns and I catch a body and we smoking my ops on this track, that we could go up.
both can be true.
Right.
And that, I mean, no,
And
it
then
is
don't
trauma
let
to
them
that.
actually
but
beat the case, because then they going to rap about how they beat the case.
Bro, what I'm saying is they're profiting off of our trauma. We've had a whole bunch of voices. A whole bunch of voices have said that, and it's fact. They know that we're gonna go to that shit quick because we're already there. We kill each other for
plenty of
free.
trauma to
We
sing
kill
about.
each other for free. So now that you telling me, oh, I can kill and I can get a bag too.
And it also creates a lot of liars. Because some of these
And
niggas
that is the
soft.
that is
And
the
then they
sad-
get tried,
that-
and then they actually become
I'm not
killers.
gonna lie. I feel like the softer liars all were when we were growing up. When we were growing up, it would be like it's a group of dudes. They all rap, but only one of them is nice. But everybody with him, they were thorough, and he might have just been the dude with him that could rap. Now these little dudes, they crazy.
And he's a thug by association.
They are real thugs. The baby got famous off of I murked the dude at Walmart. I murked the dude at the crib. Oh, he just tried to break into my house. I shot him too.
credibility.
Credibility.
But
Didn't they smack that woman in the crowd too?
but-
His whole promo run was him beating people up in
Elliot.
places that you
Not
can't
Elliot.
even fight it.
Kadeem.
He just called me Elliot.
I did. But I'll say, why is that credibility valued? Like, why is
I
it the
don't-
credibility?
Well,
like
I
your
don't
bro,
know,
like
because
bro,
he's
like your
also-
bro song that just played. That song should be out of here if we talking about our values.
People are, but
Well,
people are
that,
addicted
so
to trauma.
okay, I'm glad.
Like,
So my bro
it's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Tim, he going by Himothy right now on the record stuff. He just started rapping, but he does like I know.
Timothy is a good name. I like it.
That's his IG. So follow him _him him right. He be like I'm him. I like that. But anyway.
I like it too.
But his songs is more about like the stuff we be on, motivational talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know. That's. I mean, he send me stuff like the science of getting rich type quotes. We not talking about, you know what I'm saying, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. That's corny, bro.
That's the stuff that should be elevated. But there's a reason. I always say, like, yo, them people that are propping that stuff up, they're propping it up. Yeah, that's evil. That's this, that, and the third. But we chomping at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a relationship there. Why are we even biting at it? We should be like, yo, that shit is corny. You prop it up all you want, but
the
it's corny.
beats be slapping.
Yeah, it's corny. But then
see.
people go in the comments and they'll still say it's corny, and that's good for the algorithm.
Yeah.
You know what would really fix it though, Chris?
Who?
If all our black women stop fucking with it.
Or black. I think it's double. It's man. It's
Social
it's
media
so
is like our
nuanced.
news
bro.
now.
If they
It's
stop
like our
strip,
Channel 10.
and no shade, but if they stop stripping the ESTG in the prominent strip clubs, they will not play that music no more.
I think
I'm
there's
trying to tell y'all.
there's dark corners.
No, black women create the vibe for.
No, they do. They do.
They create the vibe
They do.
for everything, bro.
They
So
do.
If they all loved Drake's dance album, every dude in here would be like, "No, that don't slap. You ain't went out to so and so and listened to them playing these tracks, because you would see it. The first time I even liked Meg Thee Stallion's Big Ol' Freak, I was in DC at Rose Bar in a section, and it came on, and it was just a vibe, and I was like, oh, this is a slapper. That's what made me realize that. I'm telling you.
It's double-edged. It's double-edged. You're right. No, I'm gonna say that off key. You're right.
I want them to like keep the same, like, because you know what? It's not just the words. Because a lot of niggas have raps and the words they be
telling
saying all
you.
that shit.
That's
about
why
it,
Chris-
but
telling
the
you.
beat ain't that fire.
I'm
They
telling
be putting
you.
the fire
Lydia.
beat. Like I want to shake my ass to this. I didn't.
I told you.
As a black
And
woman,
they-
I might
and
not
they
even,
are not accountable, and that is
okay,
why
but
we have these
I'm helping you.
problems. You're
I'm
not.
with you. What I'm saying is, you're right. Like black women, you know, decide what the fuck is popping because we gonna shake our ass. Why is that beat so fire?
Y'all
And
like.
I didn't care what you were saying because most of the time, if you asked a black woman what they was talking about, they didn't care unless they had to
No.
learn the lyrics because they wanted to
No,
rap
because
it.
y'all
Y'all-
also like the look that comes with that.
Hold on,
y'all like the way ESTG looks with all the chains on.
No, I
and
know.
it's-
I'm
not you.
But you know
not
what?
Talking about
I'm
just
saying,
you.
women, like I said, I think everybody should be on the wave I am. If I see your gun on the internet, I don't want to talk to you.
Women
you're
like
flexing. I don't like that.
women are attracted to power and aggression. We as black men we lack direction. We have the aggression and the power, but we lack tact and we lack direction. If we had that same aggression for a different enemy rather than doing it within our own houses, we would be straight. I agree with what Kadeem is saying. They are buying the product. So men, short-minded men, dumb men are going to sell y'all whatever product y'all are buying. But they don't understand y'all. They don't understand, if I took this aggression and this power and put it somewhere else, maybe in a harder arena, y'all would still respond to it. But it's easy for me to kill one of y'all. I can easily do that.
Yeah.
That's the easy route. That's Chick-fil-A. But go out here and really make some money the right way. Go challenge the stock market. Go do that. You can't do it because you didn't pay attention in math class.
Yeah.
So you got to take the easy route. Easy target, easy kill, no real jail time for killing you, black man. It's easy.
But Chris-
and y'all are
Yeah.
easy. And that's what I'm saying. It's all easy. We all taking the easy route.
But Chris, that don't get you on the yacht in Miami.
Listen,
That
and
don't
back
help
to
you.
what you
That don't
said,
help me with my
like,
Instagram.
What are the
There are
chances? It's almost like black boys aiming for NBA all day. There's only 400 NBA players.
They don't want to hear that.
They
part.
want y'all to stream. Yeah, they want y'all to keep chasing that. So most of y'all will fail, and then y'all turn around and have nothing else to look to because black people as a whole don't have no foundation, no infrastructure, no nothing to lean on.
very
So they
quick
want
story.
y'all to go there.
Very quick. I remember one day, this is before LeBron was like, I mean, he was still LeBron, but we were talking about something, me and my dad. And I said something about LeBron, and I was like, I want to get da-da-da. And he was like, you can't do that. LeBron is boom, boom, boom. I was like, it's a white man that don't dribble that pay LeBron, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was like, oh, yeah, you right. And I was like, why do y'all only think the basketball? Somebody pays a
That's what we
salary.
see.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the check. You don't see when the white guy signed the check.
You know he doesn't own the team.
Because you know what? You know
course,
what the
but
white
people
guy?
don't think
But you,
that far.
Lydia, you
Yo.
know what the white guy's not doing? He not flashing all of it.
He not
You wouldn't know.
He's
You
at
wouldn't
home
recognize.
sleeping.
You wouldn't recognize one of those owners if you walk past them in Lynn Haven Mall. You wouldn't recognize any of them.
Of course.
I'm telling you, it's a trauma response.
Yes.
Black people get the money. We want to look
have to
powerful.
show it.
We want to
Yes.
step on our oppressors. We want to
Yes.
look equal to the oppressors. So we're gonna go do what they do and try to look like them and try to be equal and all that stuff. When we not equal to begin with, they'll never be you. Never in their life. That's why they're so ambitious. They'll never be you. If we understood that, we would be fine. We would turn right around and walk that way.
Yeah.
know what's
And go
sad,
get
though?
us over there.
You know what's sad though? I don't think you could ever be like, if say I got to the point where I could buy a team, but because I'm black and I had that much money, it would be no way for me to keep my anonymity, right? These guys that own these other teams, like Chris was saying, a lot of y'all don't know who half the owners are. Everybody knows Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft and
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban and those people that are out in the limelight, but don't nobody know who owns the Bucks for real.
Right.
I mean, Dwayne Wade or somebody like it's people that
Yeah.
own part owners. But I'm saying
But they're
those
not
are
as
celebrity
accessible.
names. But there's people that own teams that you don't know who.
They're
they
not
are.
as accessible. Like
You don't know what they did to get that bread. And
Right.
I don't have any like celebrity idols, but that type of lifestyle to be that. I remember one time I was working this summer job and we went to this lady's house and she was like an heiress to Hershey.
Oh, you talking about the Mars lady that's in Virginia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crib was
Crazy.
immaculate.
Billy, right in Virginia Beach.
Wouldn't know.
It's like 11
right.
billionaires that live in Virginia
Yeah,
Beach.
facts. Yeah, facts.
I'm telling you, yo.
But you don't want to be them. I want to be them. If you know, you
Yeah.
know.
I know.
You didn't need to see a Ferrari. They didn't have nothing like that in the drawer. It was
That's what I'm
Benzes
saying.
and regular
Yeah,
stuff.
regular
I always said that, yo.
Telling you.
I'd rather be the dude that can go to the bar and be like, yo, I'm covering the whole bar for 2 hours. Rather than the dude that can go get a section every weekend. I'd rather be that dude that can just do it inconspicuously.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal.
I agree. Mister, if you know.
But
you know.
you put a target on your back. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Like, yo, like you have to see your life as valuable. And I'm not trying to say that he can't go out and have fun, but when you have that much power, like we said to y'all are born with value. He went and got his value. Now he has to be more responsible. I'm not going around the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm
That
not.
party was supposed to be on some private. We all supposed to be on the same level type energy though.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, there's a deeper mental issue with black folks.
It is, and you're right.
He
Okay,
should
so-
be in, you're correct. He should be in that room and be protected,
Yeah, no, he should have been protected.
but he's
Listen.
not.
I feel like we all, when we was growing up, you know, there was always that kid where it's like, oh, my mom doesn't let me listen to that. My parents don't let me listen to that. I'm not allowed to watch SpongeBob.
No, my parents
Whatever
don't
the
celebrate
fuck,
Christmas.
right? And we get that, and we always thought they were corny or whatever. But
Because we
like, I feel
program.
like you almost like y'all gonna make me stop listening to rap
The
music because
bigger-
you know what?
the-
There are songs that are like positive. I know I can't be what I wanna be if I work harder. Yeah, but we almost think that song's a little corny now. If you ask the majority of young people, they say that song's kind of corny.
Why is
However,
this-
I just
that's-
fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip.
That's corny.
That's fire.
That's corny.
And that's a problem.
And that's corny.
I'm not rolling. That's
But I
still fire.
subscribe. And
All
also, hey, bitch, what up?
Still fire.
They
I
don't
said they
know
on
what's
the block.
fire
It's
about
time to
fucking
slide.
somebody
Fuck
bitches
them
and
up.
Gucci
My
flip
Hey,
flop.
Yeah, my kids put me onto that song.
Exactly.
But I think
Unhealthy.
But
it's so fire.
See, I think eliminating it is that there's still balance. See, I'm grown, so I can listen to that
Have
What Up
discernment.
track, yes, and be like, it's just for me to talk shit
Mm-hmm.
before the game. It's for the gym,
Yeah.
but it's not like, oh, my ops on the block, we trying to slide. No, we're not doing that.
We got to take what we put in our body seriously, bro.
I do.
I think them frequencies.
Right, but he's saying he's mature enough to have a level of discernment that children don't have.
He is, but by proxy, those kids that look up to him, I'm not trying to say anything about that because I feel like Kadeem is doing much more good than he's doing bad. But I'm saying even by his credibility, him connecting his credibility to that is also is putting them into that. You know what I'm
feel
saying?
you.
Now, if
I feel
Kadeem
you.
took his likeness, his credibility, and connected to something a little more productive, he's doubling. He's
feel
multiplying the output now.
I ain't gonna lie, they put me on. I never heard that song before them. We were
Yeah.
walking to the game and they were playing it, and I was listening. I was like, oh, this is hard.
Right? Oh, no.
But it was like on some, football, Chris, is like wartime.
Yeah.
So that's like
Yeah.
war chant.
Yeah.
But I feel what you're saying because they be like, oh, coach likes this song. He gets the camera out for us. It's a little music video. I'm almost stamping that track at that point.
Bro, if black folks could take the energy that they put into football and put it into our whole group as a whole,
That's what I be trying to do, bro.
we be out of here.
It's
bro.
about creating a,
We be out of here.
I mean,
I don't like those if statements though.
No,
it is
no,
if
no, I
because
don't- I don't
He
either.
can't make you align with us.
Right.
No,
I
that's-
can't make them align with us. I can't make anybody do it. So it's like if that's us.
No, but I'm
and we're
saying
gonna
the
end, hold
psychology
on.
behind
We're gonna
these
end
like
the pod
iffy
soon.
statements.
I've got to end the pod soon. But even in Black Panther, right? Namor wanted to keep his people to themselves, keep what we preserve, keep what we have. Wakanda, same thing. We can't even get into that type of mode here because we're constantly fighting, bickering. We're not trying to build nothing as a whole together.
Bro, I love black women. Period. I love black children. Period.
Yeah.
I want to work with them. This is why we have these conversations all the time. It's literally us crying out for each other because we need each other.
Yeah.
We can't get to this space without the right women. We can't get to this space without children. We can't. We can't get to where we need to go.
All right, last thing, and we're going to end it, I promise. Hypothetically, if black people collectively, we wanted to go buy, Wyoming, Montana, whatever. We wanted to buy these two states, and we're all going to move there. Y'all going? Y'all
Yeah.
to build a collective?
Yeah, I would go.
Fuck yeah, I'm going.
That'd be fun.
That would be the ultimate plan.
Super going.
Yeah, I would go.
So
Even if you built a compound, I'm there.
Yeah,
I bet the air's cleaner there too.
man.
We got pretty good air here.
Nah, you been to Denver?
No.
And it's crispy out there. I can only imagine with like Montana.
I don't know, bro. I think for us, before we even get there, we just gotta focus on our households, yo. Kadeem is in a place where he can reach out now but that's because he took care of his household. His household is straight. Now he has the ability to go out and coach for 3 years, coach for 4 years, and give his
Well, he short me 12.
and outsource. I'm sorry. He can coach for 12 years and outsource his energy. I think as black people and black men, and that's why I said it to what was her name that was sitting right here? I don't remember. But she said, "What are you doing?" I think the most impactful thing that black men can do to start is to go home and take care of your house. Take care of your house and then just work outward from there.
Now, I was coaching before I had a family, but I took those same principles and I want to apply them.
Well, your house was you at that point. You were still taking care of you and
No,
planning
I
for the future.
don't count me as a house.
But that's work on
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Work on you. The best thing you can do for black people is to be a better person.
Yeah, and technically you were taking care of your house before you had a house because when the time was right for you to have a house, you was already ready. You had already taken the steps needed.
Yeah.
I think that just goes with being a grown up.
Just in the pod, bro.
We're in agreement.
No, I'm just
What I'm
saying.
saying is you were doing what you were supposed to be doing so that you could have the desired
Yeah.
outcomes.
Yeah, we
And
just
it worked.
But they weren't about family. I was looking to do those things.
black folks gotta really know who their enemy is, man. And then we got to get to a place where we don't have an enemy at all. There's no enemy.
That's not a thing.
There's no, but I'm talking about more of a mental place where you look in the mirror and you are your competition. You don't necessarily have an op. There's no ops. You are your op. You are the person
Sounds
stopping
a
you.
little.
Oh, that's where I live at, Chris. That's every day for
But
me.
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about we have to get there as a whole, where we're not necessarily saying, "Oh, they're the problem. They're the problem. They're the problem." We just excelling as a people. Let's do black people. What did we make last year? Let's make this next year. Let's
we didn't
save
make
this
crumbs.
next
A
year.
little bit. Yeah, you're right.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, let's save this next year. Let's do this next year. Let's pour this money in there next year. Let's do better than we did in 2019. I think we need to get to that point where we're not blaming everybody and blaming ourselves. The same way we talk about black women and how they need to take accountability is the same accountability that the whole group needs to take. The whole group needs to take that accountability.
Yeah. That would be dope though if we all moved to Montana or something.
Oh, I'm there. Yep.
That would be fire. But
We got bigger fish to fry, bro.
There's like 16 white people over there. We'd have to
Like,
fight
I'm about to say we got to get over there. And
no, they
actually-
would leave because they were like the neighborhood's changing. They'd get up out of there.
I think at this point, you know what's
Hell
crazy
yeah.
The
though?
white people had to kill all the buffalo to get the buffalo guys to move.
Nah.
You know what's crazy though? With Black Wall Street, them white people probably thought it would fail. That wasn't when the threat came. The threat
weren't dumb because
came.
they was like,
The
oh,
threat
wait a
came
minute,
was when
it's
they actually
working.
started doing something.
Right, it's
When they,
working.
they're actually progressing. That's when the threat came.
You want me to keep potting because I
Oh,
don't.
my bad. Go
I
ahead,
don't
go
want
ahead.
to talk about sex because
Go ahead.
I could go into that. I
Go
could go
ahead.
into. I love how on the Black Panther they call us the Lost Tribe. I love that.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I mean, I know why.
That's a deeper topic.
It's very deep because. All right, last thing.
We cooking.
Well, no, because the Lost Tribe is like I don't like when people are like, oh, what are you? Are you black or African American? I want to be like neither.
You an
A
Israelite.
black is
I was gonna say both. I don't
well, no,
You
black.
come
is a
from the
color.
tribe. You the tribe of Judah.
Right.
That's where
But
I'm from.
we are, I mean, but in what they're saying in the movie is basically like people that are from Jamaica know their family's heritage. They're from Jamaica. If you're Trinidadian, you're Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? But if you're black from America,
Tribe of
Oh, you
Judah.
don't know what's going on.
Tribe of Judah.
that's what we are.
Tribe of Judah. That's what they say. Amongst those 12 tribes, the group of people that were in America or came to America is Tribe of Judah. We can start there. Or we can just make up our own.
Well, that's what I was saying. In the Black Panther, they call us the Lost Tribe.
Yeah, we'd have lost because they threw away everything that connected us to our heritage.
Go back to Africa.
And it might not even be, but you know what's crazy? You know it might be the deeper trick? We were already here. Mm-hmm. A lot of us were already here. Mm-hmm. And they want you to think you was,
Oh no,
you know what
they,
I'm saying?
they
you
want us to think that they discovered a place that people were at.
Right,
Right.
right.
That part.
So,
You can't discover it. They
I don't
was
know.
here already.
I think, just end the episode.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to.
Say, oh, I've
Yeah,
discovered
yeah.
this house.
End the episode. Right, right.
All right,
You know
guys.
how the Tyson Chicken CEO fell asleep in a stranger's bed? And
I did see that.
the police had to come get him?
Was it Tyson's?
Yeah.
I think it was CFO.
What was the shorty from them?
I think the people that own Tyson's live in Virginia too.
Well, either way, he was in somebody's bed. He was
That-
drunk.
that
He came
factory,
home
what
with
is it, on
sleep.
13?
But she left her door open, so don't do that.
All right, Lydia's trying to take us on there. Another fairy tale Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. Just another podcast, episode 122. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Ding.
I appreciate y'all, especially the new followers. And actually, I appreciate the older ones, but even more. Thank you for sticking with us. We're still grinding. Make sure you save and share a clip. And we out.